The Borders and Los Cedros apartments are proud sponsors of UTB Radio. The Borders is located at 375 Media Luna Road and Los Cedros at 1025 Waldrose Lane in Brownsville, Texas. For more information, call The Borders at 956-546-1605 or Los Cedros at 956-542-1941. UTB Radio is sponsored in part by T-Mobile.
Hello, I'm Xavier Castañeda with UTB Radio. I'm here today with Juan Rodriquez, who is the Program Director of the Career Services Department at UT Bronzeville. He will talk to us today about the Teachers Job Fair, which is scheduled next Thursday, November 13th.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We're really excited about this event because it's an opportunity for students to meet with employers, and as well as for employers to meet with students. And what we try to do is match them. We are expecting to get about 35 school districts from all over Texas, and not only South Texas, but it's all over Texas. And they're all coming here, and they have a lot of employment opportunities for our students. We also know that all of the student teachers are actually required to attend. And something that's really unique about UTB students from the student teaching program is that all of them are already certified. So when an employer comes in and talks to these students, they know that they're ready to be hired and they can go and teach. So they come here, they're excited. Many of our students happen to be bilingual, so there's a great need for bilingual teachers in the northern parts of the state, and they're offering great incentives. So it's a great event.
Can you tell us what time and where this will be held?
Definitely, yes. It's going to be next Thursday, the 13th, as you mentioned, and it's going to be at the Student Union Grand Salon. It starts at 9 a.m. and it ends at around 1 p.m. We recommend students to show as early as possible. Most of our events are from 10 to 2, but we do this one early in the morning because students, teachers are early risers, so they like to be here really early, and they like to start working, like I said, really early. But they can be there from between 9 and at 1 p.m.
Who else can attend the event besides school teachers?
Perfect. It's actually open to any student, and we recommend, for example, freshmen to go and explore career options. If they're thinking that being a teacher might be something for them, they can definitely go and find out what the the different employment opportunities and the job market. We also have many students that might be already enrolled in school, and they might be considering becoming teachers. And there's alternative certification programs offered both at UTB and also by other agencies. So that's also something that it's a good possibility. So it's open to any student.
Can you tell us some of the school districts which will be attending?
Sure. I actually happen to have a list here with me, but what I can tell you, we have school districts from all over the valley. We have school districts also from Corpus Christi area. We have plenty from the San Antonio area. We have several from Houston, and we also have some from the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Every now and then there's one or two that might be from other areas, but they're mainly the ones that are close to the different larger cities. I don't think we got some this time around, but more likely we'll have some in the spring where we get school districts from out of state. This time around, I think mainly they're from this area, but plenty from the Brownsville will be there, for example. The Cleveland will be there. So most of the school districts from the lower Rio Grande Valley will be there. But then, pretty much, if a student wants to go relocate to Houston, there will be a school district for them there.
And what is the average starting pay for a school teacher?
Very good. It actually depends on the region, but what we've seen is that their starting pay is at around $40,000. We do know of school districts that are paying over $45,000 a year, plus incentives based on the specific certifications. For example, there's a school district in the Houston area that is paying bilingual teachers very close to $50,000 because they have a great need. So, but then you have to factor in also the cost of living. So, if you get a school district where the cost of living is lower, probably a $38,000-$40,000 salary might be equivalent to a $47,000 a year salary. So they're quite competitive. But it's a great starting salary for a recent college grad. I think it's pretty amazing.
And can you tell us what should a teacher's resume contain?
Perfect. With the teachers, it's a little bit different than the other resume, but the sections are similar. You have contact information, and as we told most of the teachers, make sure a couple of recommendations. One of them is make sure that the phone number that you have listed there is actually active. So and then also if they're going to have an answering message, make sure that's one that is actually professional. Same thing with their email address. Make sure that they use an email address that is professional. So that's the first section. Then there's another section on an objective, and rather than an objective, it will be more of their teaching philosophy. And then below that, they will have their education. In their case, they do have to list the certifications that they possess. And then we're going to get into the actual work experience. And what should be on the top should be their student teaching experience. And they have to mention what they did while they were doing their student teaching. And then list any relevant work experience, and then the non-relevant work experience as well. Mainly here is if they're certified and they've done their student teaching, what they can show is that they can actually work, and because they have the certification, they have received the training, but they're also open to getting additional training, and they can learn. So as long as they possess that and they have a certification and it's high demand, they will likely get an interview, and then on the interview is going to be more based on whether they're a good fit for the school district or not. But the resumes they're very standard, but the key parts in the resume, like I said, is listing their certifications, because the student teachers are already certified. You will have some other cases where you may have someone that's on the alternative certification program, and in their case, they can list when are they going to be taking their certification. But most school districts will be hiring them until they get their certification. So it's key for a student to have those.
Okay. And can you tell us if you guys are scheduling any future job fairs? Perfect.
Yes, we traditionally host about anywhere between 5 and 6 job fairs per year. During the fall, we had a all majors job fair. Then we had a graduate and professional schools fair, which is actually hosted that one yesterday. And going back to the first one, it's a traditional job fair for all majors. Any student can go. The one that we hosted yesterday with the graduate and professional schools fair is targeting students that would like to go to graduate school, get a master's degree, get a professional degree such as becoming an attorney or becoming a medical doctor. And then you have those that would like to go into a PhD program. And those happen only in the fall because the application deadlines are in the spring. So the school districts, not the school districts, the graduate schools come in, they want to talk to students and tell them what they need to do in order for them to be ready to apply in the spring if they want to get into their graduate programs in the fall. And then we will have the teacher job fair. Now, the all majors job fair and the teacher job fair are actually repeated in the spring.
Okay.
And then we usually add one more that is more of a law enforcement and liberal arts event.
And when is that scheduled?
And that one's, all of those are going to be in the spring. The dates are still floating. We're looking at the availability of the venue, but we do have some dates, but they're not firm. So, but what I can tell you is they will be happening in the spring, and usually we'll have one in February, another one in March, and another one in April. We usually try to get the all majors in February. We try to do the one for law enforcement in March, and then in April it's usually the teacher's job.
Okay. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to mention that all of these events are free of charge to students, and that we want to encourage every single student, regardless of their major, to attend these events. They're great career exploration opportunities, and it's great for students to know what's in the job market before they make a decision on what major should they choose. So we want to encourage them to attend, and also to go and visit us at the Office of Career Services. We can help them with their resumes. We can help them write cover letters. If they're going to have an interview, we can actually conduct a mock interview at the office. And really, we're here to try to help students make that connection with employers and achieve their ultimate goal of coming to college, which is to eventually jumpstart their careers and be successful after they come to college. That's our goal. We want to make sure that they achieve that. So that's all I can say, but we expect for everyone to be there, or as many students that might be interested in becoming teachers, and join us tomorrow, next week, on Thursday, November the 13th, between 9 and 1 p.m.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here today, Mr. Rodriguez.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
And to our audience, thank you for joining us. I'm Juan with UTB Radio.